His expertise include computational chemistry, computational biology, bioinformatics, and computer-aided drug design. He is head of science in Silico Scientia since August 24. From April 21 to July 24, he was a senior computational chemist at 3 Bigs Omics Score, Bangalore. From January 2019 to March 21, he was a Newton International Fellow at University of Manchester, United Kingdom. During his stay at South Africa, he was a postdoctoral researcher in University of Pretoria. He has been an assistant professor for about 1 year at Department of Bioinformatics, Bharati Vidyapeeth, Deemed University, Pune. He has been a visiting faculty of Birla Institute of Technology, Kolkata campus. His educational background explains that he has done his PhD in computational drug discovery from Department of Chemical Technology, University of Calcutta. He has done his master's in bioinformatics from West Bengal University of Technology, master's in bioinformatics from Sikkim Manipal University of Health. He was awarded Young Scientist Award by Indian Chemical Society in 2007. He received a postdoctoral fellowship from Government of South Africa, Vice Chancellor's postdoctoral fellowship from University of Pretoria, South Africa, and he has, to his credit, 65 peer-reviewed publications and has been giving invited talks in more than 30 conferences. So now we have with us Dr. Muhammad Ataul Islam.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nidhi for the kind introduction. And I'd like to welcome all of you and good evening to all. So let me share my screen first. Is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible. If you can make it, yeah.
Oh, thank you. So today, actually, I was attending the previous lecture. That is excellent lecture by Dr. Purohit, and was nicely explained about the QSR and all these things. So I think this the mature level, that is the extensive level of the QSR kind of the machine learning. So that actually I talk today. So rather I am focusing today on how focusing on particular approach. I would like to explain how the artificial intelligence and machine learning change the drug discovery, how it accelerates the computational drug discovery approach to minimize the time, minimize the effort, etc. So we know very well that is the drug discovery is a very complicated process, and it starts from the disease identification. And once you have the disease identification, you have to understand the mechanism of action, how actually it is propagating, and then once you know the mechanism of action, then need to go for the identification of the target and followed by the validation. Once I have a target, that is what are the target responsible for this disease propagation, we need to go for the screening of the molecule for that particular site, and then further we go for the optimization and the preclinical testing, and then go for the regulatory like preclinical study, clinical design, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. All these actually the traditional way of the drug discovery approach. So yeah, we know that is very complicated method. So here if you see, that is the how it is complicated and how much time is required. So or and around if you have a good funding, good infrastructure. So from beginning to end, it takes around 15 years of time to find out one drug molecule. And here the success rate is extremely low that I talk. So overall, drug discovery is not an easy task. It is a very complicated and trial and error based method, and the failure rate is extremely high. So I say the cost is extremely high, around $2 to $3 billion US required per molecule. time, yes, I mentioned around 15 years of time, and the success rate definitely low, less than 1%. You can say maybe less than that, and a lot of experimental validations are required into the animal studies, human trials, etc. So in this situation, the computational play a major role. So when in the traditional drug discovery, the different computational involved and different approaches are came, so drug discovery gained the momentum. So here, these are the different approaches for the target identification. You can go for target fishing, which is the reverse target identification based on the molecule, or you can have the protein database screening. For the lead identification, that means designing the molecule. A lot of things are there, like structure-based, ligand-based, that and all of QSAR, including that pharmacophore modeling or molecular docking or de novo design, etc. And once you have your lead like molecule or the promising molecule, then you need to go for the optimization. Here, another set of computational approach you can use, virtual screening or the pharmacokinetics or the different calculations of the different properties or drug likeness analysis. So these things you can do, and based on that, you can optimize, you change to improve the molecule. And once you have the lead optimization done, you can go for the preclinical trials, and there you can analyze the data using the computational method. So this, why I'm explaining slide, because I would like to emphasize that is what are the current available computational drug discovery mostly used. Beyond this slide, a lot of approaches are there also. But here, so once it is got the involvement of the computational approach in the traditional drug discovery, like Turtle got the rocket to for the drug discovery approach. So it reduced the time, it is a lot of that is the investment and all these things. So now, actually, I'm going to explain the basic concept of the artificial intelligence and the machine learning, and then how we can use these machine learning thing in the drug discovery approach. So here, artificial intelligence is the branch of computer science that studies the machine intelligence. So nowadays, every day from morning to evening, evening to morning, we are surrounded by AI. So all the time, because without AI, we can't move a step ahead. When we're watching some YouTube video, automatically after some time the similar kind of video suggesting here. Suppose we are talking we're doing some discussion, and my phone is just beside me. After that, if you open the Facebook, you will suggest such kind of similar kind of advertisement or things related to the discussion. So always there, we are surrounded by the artificial intelligence, by machines. So we are not, as if I say in a bad way, we are not safe. So whatever you're talking, whatever you're walking, whatever you're eating, everything is monitored by the AI right now. So similarly, how AI changed the drug discovery field, that actually I would like to mention today. I like to explain rather than any particular approach. So AI enhances the human decision-making drug discovery, but does not replace the expertise of scientists or physicians, definitely. And the most effective approach combines the human creativity, and it reduces the cost, shorten the timeline, etc. Definitely. So, in a different way, artificial intelligence is a simulation of the human intelligence in mechanics to perform tasks such as the reasoning, problem solving, etc. And machine learning is a part of the artificial intelligence, which enables or which learn the knowledge or get the knowledge from the data, and then through that it can use for the unknown data. So then the deep learning is a part of the machine learning, and it is regenerating, developing the model of the data in the multiple layer in the neural network. So if I say that this machine learning, deep learning, these are the play or game of data. So in this current scenario, if you have the data, that means you are rich in case of information as well as in case of money also, because this time, this era is only the era of data. Maybe the data from the biological science, maybe the chemical science, maybe the pharmaceutical science, maybe the any business, or maybe anywhere. If you have the data, and from that data, if you extract the information, the bad information, if you extract the good information over the bad information, then you are economically you are rich, and definitely the information is also you are rich. So this data is the era of the data. So here, machine learning, there is a lot of, there is mainly three subtypes are there, like supervised learning and unsupervised learning or reinforcement learning. And then there are subcategories are there, like dimension reduction, clustering, classification, regression. And then there are other subtypes are there. So these are the subtypes depends upon which subtype or which approach we can use in our research or in our data. That depends upon the two things. One is the what kind of data you have, and what is the objective of your research, what exactly you would like to expect from the data. Based on that, you can select the data. Sometimes you go for the clustering, sometimes you go for regression, maybe the dimension reduction, or the classification, etc., etc. So these are actually the subtypes or the domains or the fields of machine learning. So apart from that machine learning, the other approaches are also used in the drug discovery, like deep learning I mentioned, natural language processing, the NLP, reinforcement learning, generative AI. So these are the different approaches of the artificial intelligence are widely used in the drug discovery. And again, I would like to repeat which approach I would like to go. That depends upon your data and your objective of the research. So definitely, when you have the target identification, a traditional approach, it is slow and manual experiments are required. But when you can implement the AI-based approach, so it is speed up the prediction. Similarly, virtual screening also, it is actually reduce the time, and you can explore the large chemical space to screen the molecule. Optimization stage also, it is faster. And in case of the preclinical, like pharmacokinetics and all these things, you can use and artificial intelligence. And overall, it is reduce the time and cost. So in a healthcare sector, along with the other sectors like business or management or any road safety, maybe any other fields, the AI is hugely using in the healthcare sector. So like clinical trial and monitoring, quality assurance, quality control, pharmaceutical manufacturing, pharmaceutical product development, and pharmaceutical product management, and obviously in the drug discovery. So today actually we try to understand how the AI or the machine learning transform the drug discovery in a new dimension. So here you can use the targeted protein prediction, or the de novo design, bioactive prediction, toxicity prediction, or physical chemical property. So these things, mainly the extensive of the QSAR that is from the last lecture. So here AI can be used the repurposing approach, that is existing drug you can use. I will show the real success, one of the drug repurposing approach using the AI. Target identification, validation, designing the molecule, screening, definitely optimization, biomarker discovery, clinical trials. So these are the fields where, so already the computational approaches are there. And now when AI came in the market, that it get the new, what I can say, momentum, or the exploration space increase use. And if you explore in a large quantity of data, if you can expand the chemical space in a wider space, definitely you will be the information rich, and that will help for the decision. So here, actually, I will explain few approaches. That is how artificial intelligence are using in the drug discovery. So a few moments back, I explained that the data is the main thing in the machine learning. So depending upon data, you can develop your model. Depending upon data, you can extract the features. Depending upon the data, you can extract the information, and that information you can implement in the unknown data. Okay, so similarly in the QSAR, when you have the known molecules or known data, from there you can correlate with the biological activity with the chemical descriptors. And once the model developed from the known data, and that model you can use to predict the biological activity of the unknown data, or you can design the new molecule from that model. So similarly here, I need the primary data. So primary data in the case of the drug discovery, definitely it is the uh, molecule. So the molecule you can extract from the different databases, public laboratory databases like Campbell, PubChem, Drug Bank, Coconut database, SNS database, Zinc database, or may have your own data. Suppose you have a lot of data in your lab that also you can use for this study. So once you have the data, then you can generate the descriptors. We already learned the previous lecture, that is from 0 to 6 descriptors we can implement. So once we have the data in the form of, that is the descriptors. Descriptors is nothing but the numerical representation of the properties of the molecule. So once you have the data, then you can use those data to develop the models. So from data, you will generate the descriptors, and these descriptors you can implement in the model. So depending upon your data, type of data, and exactly what exactly you would like to go, so you can choose the model, that is regression model or classification model or dimension reduction model or clustering model or what. Once you have the model, and that model you can implement based on the different field like drug discovery or designing a new novel molecule or using the clinical trial designing, toxicity prediction or bioactivity prediction, etc. So this slide explain that is how you can develop the machine learning model and what kind of data you need. That data into transfer into the data of properties or data of descriptors, and that descriptors you can use, that descriptor you can use for the model development. So here few applications like in case of like binding affinity calculation. So here I'll explain shortly how artificial intelligence or machine learning are using in this machine learning. That is, suppose you have a huge number of molecules to dock or to calculate the binding affinity or binding energy. So suppose if you have the hundred, thousands, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, that can be manageable. Maybe 1 million can manageable. Suppose you have 2-3 billions compound. So what to do? So what actually we do, we calculate, we dock the smaller set of molecule, and based on that binding affinity, you can develop the model and predict the binding affinity of the remaining molecule. So that I'll explain shortly. Then again, drug target interactions. So we can understand the known data from the protein ligand binding interaction data. We learn it, we predict the model, and once you have the model, you can use that pattern, that model in the unknown complexes to get the detailed information of the protein and ligand interaction. Designing of the novel molecules similar like that, if you have known molecules, from there you extract the data, what kind of features or what kind of properties make them the potentiality for certain target. So those features will extract and develop the model, and from there we can design the new molecules. Okay, so then you can design the new molecule. And in here, the target structure prediction. This is a very good example. That is, we need the 3D structure of your protein target for the in silico study. So if you have sequence, how can you develop the 3D structure? So homology modeling is one of the approach. So here also you can use the AI machine learning. So I'll tell you maybe the later stage. That is how AI are implemented to convert the sequence in the 3D structure and get an excellent job by the Baker's lab and others and got the Nobel Prize. So this way you can use. So this is the only 4 approaches are there. The much bigger approach are there, like virtual scanning, all these things I'll talk about later this time. So here, in case of the pharmaceutical analysis, like toxicity prediction, if you have the known data, toxic data, non-toxic data, and then from that data you extract the features and develop the model, and that model can be used for the known molecule to segregate whether it is toxic or non-toxic in nature. So in bioactivity, we have known molecules, develop the model, and based on the model, you can identify the new molecule, maybe the anti-cancer, antibacterial, or any kind of that. Also, for calculus of the physical chemical properties, suppose you have a large number of molecules, you would like to check, you like to find out the physical important physical chemical properties. So that also you can develop from the known data and develop the model and calculate the physical properties. So overall, this actually, so now I'll just one by one, I'll just explain that what are the things required for the machine learning for the drug discovery. So here is the target identification and validation, like we need the integrated genomic or transcriptomic proteomics data, and it detects the pattern to reveal novel biological targets, and AI models identify key mutation and pathways linked to disease, helps prioritize the target most likely to respond to the therapy. So as I mentioned earlier, that is how machine learning can be used in the docking. So deep docking is one of the good tool. It came, I think, 2023, I think, if I'm not wrong. So what exactly here we do, people do, that I mentioned, I have 5 lakhs molecule. So for my normal system, it will take time to dock. So out of 5 lakhs molecules, suppose I consider 30,000 molecules. I select randomly 30,000 molecules. I dock these 30,000 molecules in a traditional way molecular docking I have done. Because compared to 5 lakhs, 30,000 is easier to dock. Once the docking done, then we can develop the model from the molecular features as well as the binding affinity. Once I have the validated model, that model I can use to predict the remaining 4,50,000 molecules binding affinity. So we no need to dock those 4,50,000 molecules. So this way we can use the machine learning approach in the docking or calculation of the binding affinity. Similarly, in binding interaction pattern also we can predict here. The screening and designing, definitely, if you have a large number of database, suppose you would like to screen the entire PubChem or entire zinc database. So how we can you can develop some models, and then based on the models you can screen your molecules. So already we have done some work in our current organization. Pharmacokinetics prediction, definitely it is a QSTR, the quantitative structure toxicity prediction tool that is developed through the machine learning to extract the features, use the different machine learning algorithms, and then we can predict the different pharmacokinetics parameters. The drug repurposing, this is the excellent approach. That is, how can you use the existing drug for any existing approved drug, FDA approved drugs for the other disease, to treat the other disease, That is the drug repurposing approach you can use. So I'll show you one of the real example here. So here also you can use the molecule for the new therapeutic for new disease. De novo design, it is a very good approach. So to design the novel molecule or the new molecule for any target, you can use the generative AI model to build the molecules, and that molecules can be screened for certain target, and you can get. So already we have done some couple of work. I will show you some maybe 2 case studies. So here, target specific ligands you can use, or scaffold hopping also you can do, and then after that you can implement the docking, MD, and the other analysis to narrow down the molecules. Clinical trial study also, the different stages like regular submission, data analysis, data management, supply management. So here also the existing data you can extract, and based on that you can develop the model and predict how can you optimize the clinical trials as well. So big data that I told you, that the data is, if you have the data, you are the rich in both economically and information wise. So you can handle the data from metabolomics, genomics, medical imaging, proteomics, and then these data you can use the AI integration, and then you can get the solution. The precision medicine also, that you can use the AI, like you can use the genomic data or the clinical data, and then adequate tumor mutations or drug response, and then genetic variation. All these things you can implement in the machine learning approach. So in our current organization, we have published around 20 articles in the last 2 years, with the combining of the traditional drug discovery as well as the machine learning. So advantages, definitely faster and cheaper, higher in accuracy, big data you can handle in an easier way, because in a traditional method there is some limitation to handle the data. That can be overcome by the computational approach, but also the computational approach also there is some limitation. That limitation can be break by the involvement of the machine learning here. So novel molecule generation, target identification, target repurposing, all these things you can do that actually already explained. Now I would like to explain that is how the machine learning came and what is the current scenario and how people are crazy about it in the industrial sector or the academic sector, and how people are investing. So that I would like to explain. I would like to take you, that is how machine learning are more important in the current scenario in the drug discovery field. So in the 1950s, the concept of the classical QSR is where you can say the origin or the fundamental thing of the machine learning. Then once the memory is increasing or the computational configuration is increasing, the different drug discovery approach are coming, like computer drug designing, docking, variable selection, artificial neural network, then applicability of various other domains, deep learning, deep neural network. So these, depending upon how the computational power from increasing, like CPU to GPU to multi-GPU to cloud. So this is data as old data around 2010, but the current scenario is much bigger. How once the computational power is increasing, their size is increasing, the involvement of machine learning in the drug discovery is increasing and doing the tremendous job. So here, the involvement of artificial intelligence in the drug discovery, the total market size, it is, I think, 2023 data. So 29.7% in the global market, and you can see that 2023 it was at 1.5 billion US dollar. And what is the projection? A different field like oncology or neurodegenerative disease or metabolic disease or cardiovascular disease. So people understood the essence or the beauty or the real application of the artificial intelligence drug discovery. That's why it is, you can see the market size, how the market size increasing rapidly. So here, in a process-wise, like drug optimization, repurposing, or picking and testing, and others, these are the involvement of the total market size. So most of the people are investing in the drug optimization and repurposing field. So here you can see these circles actually. So in each circle, the list of companies or the research organizations are names are there. Those are currently involved in the artificial intelligence drug discovery. So if I zoom it in a 400 or 500%, even you can't read the names. So you can understand that is how much companies or how much the research institution, they are jumping in this field for the application of the artificial intelligence drug discovery. And this is the old data. So the big companies as well as the small companies, they are doing the excellent job in the field of the artificial intelligence drug discovery. So these are the some milestone already that is it is proven that yes, the artificial intelligence can design or develop some molecules like, but it's that I'll explain also. There is a benevolent AI that is these are the purpose for COVID-19 and is FDA have given the approval I think in 2022. Like LYCOV 1401, this is the Accelera. They use the AI-based approach and this is in the clinical trials. So here like BXCL, this is also phase 1 or 2. This is when 2293, this is also relevant AI, it is phase 2. Like these are molecules, all molecules by the different companies are designed or identified or screened through the help of AI machine learning approach. So here in a more like here you can see that that INS 018055, this molecule designed by the in silico medicine, and they use their AI platform, their own AI platform, and that reduced the time at 4 to 5 years. Similarly, benevolent AI that I already mentioned here, that is the previous slide, the baricitinib, that was actually for the arthritis drug, but it was repurposed for the COVID-19 and even they got the approval from the FDA, and that also developed using the AI platform. Exscientia, they designed the drug candidates like DSP1181 by the artificial intelligence. Like predicting the different side effects that Atomwise is doing the excellent work. They are using their deep learning platform, the AtomNet, to predict the binding affinities and the molecular targets, helping reduce the candidates with a high toxicity and poor efficacy. So these are the some real outcome or validity of the AI in the involvement in the drug discovery. So it is not like that. That is, yes, people are talking about much about artificial intelligence. There is no groundwork, but yes, these are the validation of the artificial intelligence, how involving in a real-time medicine development. So here in the history, the first time the people got the computational chemist or the you can say the bioinformatician, they got a Nobel Prize for their 3D structure prediction. So like David Baker lab and the Demis and the John, they actually this AlphaFold with a tremendous discovery. This is for the structural biology. All the sequences available for the protein structure or the any they converted to the 3D structure, and the excellent job, and that recognized, and the Nobel Committee, they recognized their work and they got a Nobel Prize. And this is a history, that is a computational chemist or computational biologist. They got a Nobel Prize first time in history in 2024. So similarly, that is in our company we are doing such kind of the mix of the traditional drug discovery, traditional computational drug discovery, as well as the artificial intelligence. So one of the example here, we used the ETHR inhibitors for the MTB. So here we use the generative AI approach to design some molecule. Here one of the tool called Reinvent that came, I think, 2023 or 2024. So we use that package and design the large number of molecules, and from there we use the different AI machine learning approach as well as the physics-based approach like Vina or plants, and then we finally got the MD simulation, and finally from there these are the molecules we got as a noble molecule. We checked that yes, these are the maybe the noble candidate for this target. Yeah, that also validated using the molecular dynamics simulation. You can see the energy plot of each of the molecule, and yes, we got excellent results from the computational study. And further, we are planning for the experimental validation of these molecules, and it is published the beginning of this year only. So another work, the same approach we used, and this is polyketide synthesis 13. So our research group worked on that, and using this generative AI to design the molecule. So these are the known reported PTS13 inhibitors. We use those molecules and generate around 50 to 60,000 new components, and we use the different physics-based method like Vina or plants, and then finalize these 6 molecules. And we also did the comparative analysis in the molecular dynamics simulation and document all these things. And this is also published, I think, last year or this year, maybe last year, I think so. So yes, no, there is no doubt, and it is well validated that is yes, AI can be implemented in a large extent in drug discovery. And people, if you just open your eyes, you can see, you can listen that yes, people are talking about AI, but there's a lot of challenges out there. So the artificial intelligence, or especially the machine learning in the case of the drug discovery, the data is the main thing. If your data is good, you can predict a good model, and definitely you can predict the good molecule. But if your data is not good, then maybe you may be biased, or maybe you have the faulty results, or you have the false positive results. So that actually first thing you have to check your quality of the data, and definitely the size of the data. So sometimes people actually ask a lot of questions. That is, what could be the minimum size of the data? There is no limit. There is no rules at all. But if you increase the data, if it is a sample size or if it is a data size, so definitely you're covering the more chemical space, and that will help you to build the good model, or the good predictive model. And also that is a lot of AI model. We got the model, but the interpretability is sometimes difficult. So if it is unable to interpret the model, then how can you understand that is? How can you take the decision, or how can you predict the good data about that model? So there is another problem is there. And that definitely the ethical or regulatory hurdle is there. Need multidisciplinary collaboration is required, like chemist, because chemists, they understand the chemistry, biologists, they understand the biology. So for them, it is very difficult to understand the extent level of the machine learning. So we need the collaborative work, multi-domain people we need, and that is another challenge, because when you explain the chemistry or biology to any IT people, they won't understand, and vice versa. So these are some challenges are there, but definitely the selection of the data, interpretation of the data. These are the main challenges in the drug discovery approach. So this is all about, that is, I told you that is how uh, the traditional drug discovery got the momentum through the computational drug discovery approach. A lot of computational drug discovery came, and now the involvement of artificial intelligence or machine learning in the computational drug discovery, it gave the new dimension. And the real example, reality walks, and it shows that yes, this field is not only the myth, or not only that is figurative, but it is yes, it's a reality. Yes, people are getting the data, getting the approval, getting the molecule. So, keeping in this mind, the few of us, we have thought that is yes, we should do something in this field, and we developed, we actually formed the new organization, that is the Silico Scientia Private Limited. So it is the artificial intelligence company, and we are working on the computational biology, computational chemistry, as well as the artificial intelligence in healthcare. So I am here. I am one of the co-founder and directors of this company. Along with me, Dr. Sonali Thorat. She is also the co-founder and director, and she is basically from chemical and pharmaceutical science. So we came together, we discussed it, and we formed this company. So it is two years plus company, and it is situated in Bangalore. So we are giving the services like computational drug discovery services. We are giving the solution of the bioinformatics. Also, we are giving the solution of the artificial intelligence in the healthcare. Apart from that, we are also providing the short time to long term training program to faculties or the scholars or the students who wants to learn about the computational drug discovery with the AI, or the computational biology with the AI. And also we're supporting the academic research support, like for publication. Suppose you need the publication, or you have the data, you have the project that you would like to execute it, then we also support that also here. So this is our team. So along with me, we have the Cayman Founders team, we have the AI machine learning team, we have the IT team, that is development team, and yeah, they are developed on the good platform. Along with these all services, we have developed on platform, that is complete one-line cloud-based drug discovery platform, that is a Silico Explore. Because two things are there here. One is that the drug discovery is not difficult uh, once you have the expertise. But problem is that you can do the computational drug discovery certain extent with your normal computational infrastructure, as well as your technical background. But if you want to go beyond that, then you need the different platform, high computer performance, that is the HPC you need. And also you should have the knowledge of the basic understanding of Python programming or any language programming, or maybe the Linux platform. Because suppose I can manage 1,000 molecules manually. 10,000 molecule I can manually if I give my time very dedicatedly. But suppose you have millions to billions of molecules, how can you handle? So that time you need some computational programming language to deal that. So when I was meeting the different people from the chemistry or the pharmaceutical science or biological science, they are talking about this. There is how can I use the large number of molecules? I would like to explore entire database like Zinc database or Asenex database or NCI database. So how can do that? So to overcome this thing, what we have developed, that is in the banner name of Silico Explore, we have developed an online cloud computing system. So here complete drug discovery tools are there. So here what we have done, we have around 27 tools. So few tools are the third-party tools; those are open source, and few tools are own tools. We have developed a lot of tools through the machine learning approach. So a lot of like virtual scanning. If you have the large number of compounds, how can you use the machine learning to scan? So if you can come with the data like your known data, unknown data, and you just develop your machine learning model, and that model you can use to scan the data. So that tool we have. Toxicity prediction we have. That is, if you want to predict the toxicity, that is our machine learning tool. So these are tools, are the third-party tools we have integrated here. You can do docking in a large extent. You have to nothing. You just open it in your browser. You just upload your molecules and submit it. All the calculation will be done in the cloud system. So here the beauty of the system is that most of the tool you can do the docking one protein, one molecule, or one protein, multiple molecule. But here you can use the one protein, one molecule, one protein, multiple molecule, multiple protein, one molecule, multiple protein, multiple molecule. So one to one, one to many, many to one, many to many. Suppose you have 10 protein structure, you would like to dock 1 lakh molecules. You just upload this 10 protein structures, 1 lakh molecule, and submit it automatically one by one. It will go on and it will complete the entire process of the docking. So these other tools are there, and also the analysis you have to nothing to do. Just click something and give the parameter. It will already screen and give the data. Similarly, we have the physical chemical property calculation. We have the QSR machine learning QSR model. You come with your molecule, you develop your own QSR model, and that model you can use to predict the unknown data. You have the DFT calculation, you can use the DFT of the molecule. Like this, also the rescoring is one of the important tool, that is our own tool, machine learning based tool. That is, after docking, you have the poses. But how do you know that this pose or this binding energy is not by chance, that it is not the false positive? How would you know? Because generally what we do, we dock the molecules, we take the check the binding energy. Binding is good, I can consider. But there's no option to check, cross check whether it is false positive or like that. So we have our own machine learning tool. We develop the rescoring. So you can use that pose and it will tell you after regression analysis, yes, whatever the prediction done by the docking, yes, it is the correct or not. So we already benchmarked this tool, and we found a lot of molecules even in the world of vena or the plant, they are generating the false positive. So that is very much important. So like that, we also have the peptide designing tool with machine learning. Also integrated the molecular dynamics simulation, like molecular dynamics GROMACS. So generally, the people are scared about the molecular dynamics simulation, especially the GROMACS, because a lot of commands are required, a lot of errors are coming. So that also we removed here. You have to upload it, the small molecule and the ligand. It's protein and ligand, and it automatically all the things will be done and analysis will be done. So this is a complete drug discovery platform, and it is online. There are no required. So here the entire cycle, that is the drug discovery, how can you use this tool. So it is gap between the experimental and the in silico. It is a time to discovery, because the beauty is that there's no limit of using the molecules. Suppose you can use the 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, whatever the molecules you would like to, you can submit at a time and you can get this tool. So this tool already in market, we launched it, and also already a few universities took the license, and they are successfully running those tools, and yeah, it is already launched. And now, actually, very briefly, I would like to say that we understood the importance of the artificial intelligence, the next level of the use of artificial intelligence. If today I am not aware of the artificial intelligence, I have to learn up maybe in 1 or 2 years later, because everything is coming in the artificial intelligence or machine learning. So, like if I remember in my old days, there are people. Actually, when the computer came in the market, in a different sector, the people, those people, or the old employees, they're supposed to learn the computer to work, to save their job. So that situation is coming right now. If today people are not learning this machine learning, maybe after 1 or 2 years or 3 years, they have to learn machine learning to save their job, because in every sector, not in drug discovery, everywhere, the drug discovery machine learning is applying and going to change everywhere in all sectors. So keeping in this mind, along with the one of the Haripur University, DY Patil, Pune, we collaborated it as a industry partner. We launched 1 year diploma course, and that already started this year, and still admission is going on. So it's a 1 year program. So in this course, from beginning to end, entire thing, that is the programming language, machine learning, computational drug discovery, how can you use the machine learning, computational drug discovery, that all are actually covered. So that when someone will complete this course, he or she will be ready for any industry appointment. Because as I say, not if not today, maybe in a coming years, everyone should have to learn machine learning to survive in this sector. So all of this, okay, so I'm concluding. Yes, you explained about how the machine learning can already transform the drug discovery, and what is the going to the future, how the investors or the companies or the research organizations are jumping in this field to get the benefit of this machine learning in the drug discovery field. So thank you so much for your patience, and if you have any question, I'm happy to answer.
Participants, if you have any questions, you can directly ask or write in the chat box. Dr. Islam is there to answer your queries.